I have a feeling my hair is going to irritate me as the live goes on, human. Anyway, greetings everybody. Oh dear, human, you can't be broken already. This is going to be too much, isn't it? We didn't really think this through, did we? Human. Anyway, welcome everyone. We're going to ignore my wig. It isn't quite panning out how we thought. Hello Ruth. Hello Chloe. Hello Paula. I can only see you on an upstroke. I have had a makeover, PT. I'm supposed to be Barbie. This is my Halloween outfit. The human and I did not test drive my wig. We might not get through this doom room for the human just thinking it's funny, which is terrifying. Hello, Ace. I know, I'm so gorgeous, aren't I? Aren't I? And hello, Ahmed, as well. I am just dressed to impress. The bow has already taken on a life of its own. The wig may escape. I make no promises. Hello, House of Tism. Good Lord. Is the only possible response to this. I'm going to talk really quick. And then it looks like I am actually looking at you. Greetings, Apple user. What the bell, indeed. I am a Barbie girl. Chloe, this has made your day. Chloe, I think the human might be broken already. If anyone watches this back on YouTube, I think there's a good 30 seconds of the human just laughing. Why, thank you, Ruth. A flower crown as well, my word. I'm just so gorgeous today. Anyway. Hello, Jules. You love the new me. It's quite something, isn't it? Quite something. Peekaboo! Abrius, you don't know what's worse, this or the tea at your book club. Don't give me that rubbish. I saw what Zola did. Book club? Rubbish. Hello, Zara. That's all Zara can say. Human, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to read the escape room like this. No amount of you fussing will make it any easier. Ah. Anyway, we're going to be saying that a lot. Greetings, Sondra. When I sing, does my hair glow? No, Zara, behave. People aren't being quite... Oh, hello, Anachronista. People aren't being quite as supportive as I thought they would. It's, look, guys, sometimes you just got to have a glow up, right? I mean, 50% of the outfit is great, human. It's awesome. The rest, not so much. I don't know how we're going to get through this, human. This is ridiculous. Hello, Denise. Even Denise comes in with what the fuck. Greetings, Jules. Lady Diana. I don't know. I think if she came back, she'd be in slightly less. Oh, how to be tasteful. Human? Maybe I'd better just leave that there. It might be too soon for everybody, you know. Chloe, you think the wig needs to come off? Well, you say that, Chloe, but you don't know how hard it was to get the wig fucking on. You wouldn't say that if you knew, Chloe. Maybe if I conduct the escape room from this close. No. Oh, human. What are we going to do? Ow, human. Ow. 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 Yeah. That will have to do because I really won't be able to get the bow off. Human might, you know. Anyway, so there we go. Thank you all for joining me. Oh, hello, Harry. No, it's not Dancing Queen. Sondra, you were indeed right about the costumes. And if you look at my profile, you can see everybody's costume in our latest video. Human, maybe the bow. Okay, talk amongst yourselves while the human... Hang on, because I've got to stop talking because the human can't do it while I'm talking. Talk amongst yourselves while the human... Man, that's my eyeball. You touched my eyeball, human. You all saw that, didn't you? You all feel sorry for the human, but you see how she treats us? Manhandled we are. Manhandled. Ah. Human, maybe we should do this off screen. Don't want to give away all your wardrobe habits. Not exactly Hollywood, is it? Human! Only Blettin usually makes me breathe that hard, you know. And that, for Blettin, that's a compliment, but I'm not sure how I feel about that with you, human. I don't usually mind some pain, but that is excessive. Oh, anyway, I think that's just about set the right level of trauma for the escape room we're going to have in front of us. So I'm really behind with the messages, so I can only apologise. If I've ignored you, I'm very sorry. Hello, Swift Dragon. I don't condone smoking, but if anyone needs a cigarette, please do go and have one after that. Anyway, I think it goes without saying that the human is broken, well and truly. There is a poll going on in the corner for which of us has the rest outfit. By the way, it'll be Tuesday before you see the human's outfit. Anachronist, I'm having regrets. You have no idea. You have no idea. Hello, Josh. Paula, that wasn't just bad touch. That was a full-on assault. But it's okay because Harry Potter thinks I'm pretty. Indeed. Hello, Mr. Werewolf Dude. Oh, a cuddle would have been better if I still had my wig. But hey, let's go in for the cuddle. Nobody, leave my skirt alone, okay? I'll know who it is. Come on, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Oh, actually, to be fair, I enjoyed that more than what the human's just done to me, so fair play. Right, I'm really far behind with the messages. Oh, you all think I have the best outfit. If you want to see everybody else's, it's the last video in our profile. Hello, Dark X, welcome. Apologies for everybody. I'm really far behind with the comments, which does usually happen. But if you're there and I haven't said hello to you, I'm very, very sorry. I'm going to try and get up to date. Oh, hello, Mutu. Welcome. You snuck in, stood at the back. Anyway, we will start the escape room now that I am adequately attired. I I have parts of the wig. Anachronista, please, please, I'm not taking the rest off. If we thought that was traumatic, that is nothing compared to getting the rest off, or indeed the outfit off. It's on for the month, basically. The human told me in no uncertain terms that once this outfit goes on, it's fucking staying on. And she meant it. My word, did she mean it? I thought we were going to have to blowtorch the thing off. Anyway, Sumdra, when you say are we starting the escape room early, you mean like before 5 o'clock, right? Right. Right, everyone still thinks I have the best escape room. Escape room? Outfit. Fuck. Human, 10 minutes in and we're falling apart. This is going to be awful. Greetings, Kyle. Anyway. Am I taking cues from the human and doing it early? Are we still talking about the escape room? Paula, you just popped out to see the costumes of the gang. They're quite a mix, aren't they? Quite a mix. Quite a mix. I think the human's favourite was Zula's, and you'll see why. It's very low maintenance, which is ironic for Zula. Very ironic. Right, human, where are we going to put my wig? Because it can't sit on your knee. Shall we put it there? There we go. Right. Do they have Halloween on my planet? It depends how you define Halloween, Mr. Werewolf Dude. I mean, obviously not anymore. They have precious little of anything on my planet anymore. But that's another story. So, should we make a start? Because we've got a lot to get through. I feel like every time I do an escape room now, it's more like homework. It's more like I'm issuing you with... Oh dear, why have we got Whomst? Whomst what is the poll? Mods, I hope you're behaving. Right. You'd like a story time about redress? Well, I mean, that's kind of tough, really, isn't it, Apple user? There's more chance of me singing your song. You like that one, human? I thought that was good. Yeah. Anyway, oh, hello, Ren. Hello. Been a while. So, everybody, if you're new here, what we do, when we say a doom room, we perform an escape room. It's an attempted escape room, kind of like an interactive story. You will have choices, you will have votes, you will have things to choose, and you will probably meet a grisly but somehow satisfying end. So, this one is in honour of Chloe's birthday. And it is definitely, absolutely, 100% not set in Tesco. Just so we're clear. Okay? Absolutely 100% not. It's just normal day in retail, Sondra, I know, right? Greetings, Yvonne. Hello, Captain Entropy. Absolutely not Tesco. That's right. You heard me. Absolutely, completely not Tesco. So with that in mind, shall we get underway? I don't care if you're sitting comfortably, because frankly I'm not after being manhandled with the human like that. Let's go. Right, let's begin. You wake to find yourself laying on a cold, hard, tiled floor. You get to feature... Oh, fuck it. Human second line. And I fucked it. Am I too excited? Surely not. Never been accused of that before. Well, I mean, there was a few times on the honeymoon. But anyway, you get to your feet and look around. You're in a supermarket. And it definitely isn't Tesco. You slowly walk down one of the aisles, your footsteps echoing through the silence. You thought supermarkets were open 24/7. Why is this so quiet? You call out, wondering if any shoppers or staff are around, but you're met with silence. As you finally make it to the entrance, you see that everything is boarded up very securely. You could only assume you're in the middle of World War III, or the zombie apocalypse, or both. You trudge through the supermarket again, this time searching for the back door, but as you approach you realise it's also boarded up. You're going to need some tools if you want to escape, maybe a crowbar or a big hammer. With a sigh, you realise this isn't a big supermarket. It definitely isn't Tesco. So it doesn't look like tools like this are laying on a shelf waiting for you to find them. You suppose you'll just have to search the supermarket that definitely isn't Tesco for something useful. You're instantly drawn towards the aisle of magazines. There's sure to be some of your favourite publications, but you notice they're all locked up in a cabinet, which means you can only explore the meat and fish aisle or the fresh fruit and veg aisle. So your choice is meat or fruit. And there are some pre-prepared polls, Chloe. So meat or fruit. Now, I'm going to be really quite severe here, guys, and say if any of you pick holes in what is available in this supermarket, I ain't going to be happy. Okay? So if any of you go, oh, supermarket wouldn't have that, button it. Keep your thoughts to yourself. Okay? Okay? Okay. We've got a poll going for where you would like to go. It looks like meat is winning. It felt targeted at you, Apple user. Sondra was working meat last night, were you, Sondra? I think that's an overshare if ever I heard one. I was working poultry. Human, we haven't even made the choice yet, and this has already got a bit weird, okay? Which is handy because, I'll be honest, when the human wrote this, she was a little bit sleep deprived. Not that I'm making excuses before we've done anything, but I am just saying, okay? Sondra, you'll go blind if you do that. Mr. Wells, do you like that Bletton and I spread love? Oh, we do. It is all over the walls of the basement. I don't know what you're laughing at, human. You're the one that's got to clean it. Right. Meat it is then. Human, don't snort. It is so unattractive. In answer to your question, Yvonne, Captain Entropy is exactly right. We have a big Tesco. That's what it's called. That's what it is. Kyle, the walls of the basement are permanently sticky. It's almost more effective than if we'd coated the walls in Velcro. Or hook and loop tape. Because I'm not being sponsored by Velcro. So, meat it is then. You decide to take a closer look at the meat and fish aisle. You're not sure how long this supermarket has been closed, but the produce looks well past its best before dates. Even though these are only a guideline and you shouldn't stick to them slavishly, but rather use your common sense to avoid food waste, you're pretty sure meat shouldn't be green or fluffy. As you walk along looking at the food on offer, you're surprised to find some rather exotic offerings. You see packages of octopus and goat, as well as a very unlucky member of staff who appears to have been butchered and parcelled up into various cuts of meat. So your next choice already is octopus, goat or staff. Hello, chicken boy. Let's both be daddy. I don't think we can both be daddy, can we? And I had my rising crop and muzzle ready too. Human, does it get a bit more extreme every week? Should we be concerned? Should we? Or shall we just keep, well, literally rolling with the punches? As long as everyone consents. Apple user, what songs are we singing? Not yours. I can tell you that for now, as they say. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how we feel by the end, shall we? We'll see how we feel by the end. Please do vote in the poll for where we want to look next. Octopus, goat, or staff. Am I behind with the messages already? No, I'm not. It's fine. We'll have to wait and see who the staff might be, won't we? Yeah. Paula, you feel like we should have your song? Now, Paula. Goat horn would make a good weapon. Anything will make a good weapon if you have the psychopathic tendency to wield it as such. My wig would work. Yeah. Flip out someone's eye very, very easily. Right, everyone's going to look at the staff. The staff human. Right, here we go. We're doing quite well so far, aren't we? Yeah. Is goat horn one of those grind it up and snort it aphrodisiac type things? Asking for a friend. You decide to take a closer look at the poor member of staff, butchered and processed into more than a dozen plastic trays. Poor Carl, poor dead Carl, poor tasty dead Carl. You glance over the different packages, wondering which cut you fancy this week. You avert your eyes from the package labelled sausage and decide to go for a nice chunk of rump instead. You rip open the packaging, desperate to get your lips around it, but as you hear something fall to the floor, you look down to see a knife has fallen out of the package. You put it in your pocket before going back to chewing on dead Carl's rump. Rump is a good word, isn't it, human? You can really, get your mouth around it. Anyway, next choice then is going to be octopus or goat. Captain Entropy, your local really does sell goat and octopus. Nice. Ours doesn't. Anyway. Sandra, is this the start of a bad joke? Can you sit on a goat horn? I don't think beginners should attempt it. Everything is a euphemism today, isn't it? Everything is a euphemism. It's not a staff, it's staff. Staff. No comment, Sandra. That isn't like you. Fuck. Are you ill? Yvonne, you see alligator and bison sometime. Doesn't it all just taste of chicken anyway? Is alligator slightly fishy chicken? Right, octopus it is. Let us go to the octopus. Oh, I feel, whenever a poll finishes, I feel like I'm rushing, like in the Crystal Maze or something. To the Crystal Dome. That might be too niche a reference for about 70% of you. Never mind. Good morning, Miss Susie. Come here and ooze with us. Yvonne, you lean towards vegetarian. I mean, you've never even had a little nibble of DC? One escape room? Right. Miss Susie, you couldn't find the live yesterday. Oh dear. Zula will be terribly disappointed. What am I doing? Fuck, human octopus. Oh, human. We distracted ourselves by talking about the Crystal Maze. We shouldn't do that, human. We shouldn't do that. I'm blaming you. You decide to take a close look at the package of octopus. It contains one small octopus, sealed under plastic, tentacles raised as if flipping you off in one last act of defiance. You poke at the poor thing, wondering if you should rip the packaging open and taste it. You wonder if it'll be like gummy worms, or given its appalling attitude, sour gummy worms. But then you remember that messing around with things like this hasn't worked out so well in the past. You go to toss it back in the chiller cabinet when you notice a raslet sat on the shelf watching you. You stare at it. It stares at you. Oh, human, stop trying to coordinate. You stare at it. It stares at you. And now the screen's gone blank, so you've got to put that down so you can unlock your screen again. Human, honestly, just focus on it. One more time. You stare at it. It stares at you. One of you has to give up eventually. You look away for a split second, and when you look back, the floof little creature has vanished. In its place are two Scrabble tiles, S and P. How odd. Right. How odd indeed. Which means we've only got the goats left to look at. Only the goat left to look at. Yeah. Ruth, you're convinced your raslet keeps moving. Well, you might want to think twice about where you keep the little critter after this. Yeah. Chloe just says spatchcock answer. Bear with. Right. So, Chloe, why have you said spatchcock answer? I can't find what that's... I don't know what that's a reference to. Anyway, we're going to look at... What are we looking at? Fuck. What are we looking at? Human? Goat. We're looking at goat. We're looking at goat. Oh, the S and P are for in spatchcock. Oh, I see, Chloe. I see. It is not uncommon for me to lose my way when the conversation moves on quick. But you're guessing spatchcock already. Right. Okay. Apple user has just said fruitile. No comment. You decide to take a closer look at the packages of goat and remove one from the chiller cabinet at random. As you move the slab of meat, it catches the light, glimmering like rainbow glitter. You're not sure it's supposed to do that. Suddenly you think you hear whispering. You turn, but the aisle is empty. Then you think you hear bleating. Something is trying to communicate with you. You take a deep breath and listen to the ghostly noises, but you're pretty sure the only words you can make out are lick it. You shout down the aisle that you're not interested in those sorts of ghostly shenanigans. What's wrong with a few eerie nursery rhymes instead? But then you realise that the voice is urging you to lick the slab of goat meat. You're pretty sure it's a bad idea, but then again, you probably only have about another half hour to live anyway. Maybe a bit longer, right? So you liberate the glittery meat and run your tongue along its length. It tastes revolting and you fight back, vomiting all over the floor. Done that more than once, haven't we? Then all of a sudden it feels like fireworks are bursting behind your eyes. The ground beneath your feet seems to fall away and suddenly you're floating in a starry night sky. The night quickly turns into day and you find yourself sliding down rainbow after rainbow, chasing unicorns and squirrels through an endless sunny meadow. Everywhere is laughter. Everywhere is sunshine. And then you're back in the supermarket vomiting all over your own shoes. Your head hurts and your mouth feels like the Sahara. That's the last time to listen to ghostly voices telling you to do anything. You throw the package of meat, which you're surprised to find you're still holding, back in the chiller cabinet. But that's when you notice a piece of black cardboard. It's about A4 size with 2 small square holes cut out of it. It might just be a random bit of leftover packaging, but you pop it in your pocket just in case. Yeah. Somdra, it depends if the meat oozes juices. I'd rather not think about it. Anyway, hello, Mark. Welcome, Mark. Hello, Sam. Am I brave enough to go and see Terrifier 3? Is there a 1 and 2? Since they all slipped me by, Sam, I'm guessing that's a no. Right, Skip, you're back. You've been put in the naughty corner. Don't disappoint me again. My mods don't fuck around. Yeah. Don't know where we're going now. Fruit now, Chloe. Aisle 2, is it? You learned your lesson, Skip, and you're sorry. We'll forgive you, Skip. Right. Fruit now. Right. You decide to explore the fresh fruit and veg aisle, but you quickly realise that fresh is not an accurate description. Everything here seems to be rotting, except the large taxidermy bear in the corner, which you presume is some sort of advertising mascot, because there would certainly be no other reason for it to be here. As you look over the produce, there are only 2 things that are even vaguely fresh to be recognisable, vaguely fresh enough to be recognisable. Peaches and aubergines. So your choice is bear, peaches or aubergines. Yes, I said peaches and aubergines. Yes. Yes, I did. Because, I mean, come on, what else were we going to do? What else were we going to do? Chloe, I think what you mean is eggplants for people in the US. Right, so please do vote in the poll for whatever you fancy. Whatever you fancy. Juicy indeed, Ren. We hope. Maybe. Who knows? Apple user, what is a large taxidermy bear doing in a supermarket that definitely isn't Tesco? The same thing bear does No, I did. Apple user, I think that isn't the thing to worry about. To be honest, Apple user, the real question should have been why the other week when we were at a taxidermy museum was there no bear? That should have been the question. Yeah. 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 Human, I think this is getting to me, Human. I don't know if the outfit is restricting necessary things, but I feel more unhinged than usual. Muta, you're more into balance. Well, we're looking at peaches now. So, here we go. Chloe, there used to be a cow that... Do you know what, Chloe? There used to be cows in Asda's, didn't there? By the... This is going to sound really fucking stupid, but by the eggs. There used to be a cow by the egg. Human, are we making this up? No, Human, was it a fever dream or was it real? Everyone, please leave the produce alone. Stop handling the produce, okay? Okay. Carl, maybe it takes over my personality. Isn't that supposed to make me better? Ugh. Right, no yanking aubergines, please. Focus. There really was a cow by the eggs. Human, you've never realised how fucking weird that is, have you? Apple user, you'd like a cow by the egg sticker. I'm sure we can do that. I'm sure we can. You decide to take a closer look at the peaches. You love a juicy, firm peach whose flesh yields to your caressing touch, thrumming in anticipation before you take a bite. But as you rummage through the fruit, squeezing each in turn, you suddenly notice one of them move. You step back and watch as the fuzzy peach reveals itself to be a floofy blaslet. It stares at you. You wonder what it's thinking. And then you realise if it shares DNA with letting, it's probably not thinking very much at all. But you don't have time to wonder any longer as you notice the plaslet has vanished. You look around and think you see a tiny tuft of orange floof vanish around the end of the aisle. You move to pursue it. But before you realise it's left it's left a small piece of card in its place. It has the letters E and N written on it. You feel like something very strange is going on here. Oh, we didn't know that was going to happen. Yvonne, you don't want to shop here anymore. You wait until we reach the endings. So there we go. That's what happens with the peaches. Paula, we're in a supermarket. We have all this food and you want to eat the card? Honestly. So the next choice is aubergine or bear. You know, just your average supermarket choice. So what do the cucumber and cherries mean? They mean it's been a good harvest, Miss Susie, obviously. Hello, Avner. Are you having a fever dream? Think how I feel. Do you think this makes any more sense to me? I mean, this is what we do rather than go on a murderous rampage, and I think everyone should be grateful for it. Anyway, please do vote in the poll for where we want to look next. Bear or aubergine? Appreciate it's not specifically because Chloe has them. It's just because, you know, why not? Yeah. Am I going to sing the bear song? I don't know. The enemy is called Aubergine Wizard in the UK versus Eggplant Wizard in the US. Good! That makes it accurate. Why do I look like the mullet ponytail guy from Star Wars? Excuse me? The mullet ponytail guy is ugly as fuck, isn't he? How dare you, Anachronista? I'm gorgeous. Anyway, it was a tie. It was a tie. So mods, can you settle the tie? Do we look at bear or aubergine? And I'm going to let the human take a sip while we do. Take a sip. Apple user, don't talk to your bestie like that. Don't insult me. Don't insult me. Sondra, I remind you of Ariana Grande. I'll take that. I'll take that more. Right, take a sip, human. The mullet ponytail guy is an Obi-Wan. He has a braid. He doesn't have a ponytail. Wait, are we talking about the same person? Because I'll kind of accept it if we mean Obi-Wan. Anyway, we're going to look. The human's going to take a sip, and then we're going to look at bear. Which suddenly, human, we're very busy again. Very busy. Sip. Denise, we call them green peppers, and red peppers, and yellow peppers, and orange peppers, and all of that. No capsicums here. Yeah. I love it when we have moments like this. It makes me wonder that we're ever able to communicate at all. I would say that it makes me wonder that any of us ever know what the rest of us are talking about, but, you know, we really don't. We really don't. Anyway, bear. Has Froggis left the walls? Sondra, Froggis has to be a very, very busy adult and do working adulting things at the weekend now. So we're going to be a little bit Froggis light for the next few weeks. I like that, human, Froggis light. Which means that the human can relax just a little bit, that she's not going to, you know, die on any given life. Well, not that way anyway, human, but you best not displease me. Yeah. Avner, you're seriously questioning your life choices. Avner, you're questioning them. Think how my poor human feels. she did quite well in school, you know. You never can tell, can you? You never can tell. Anyway, we... And now, Chris, do we need a picture of Froggies on the wall? Maybe we should. Maybe we should. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Right. Anyway. I think we're going to need a Froggies sticker, aren't we? Yeah, Apple user. Fuck, Apple user. For once, I agree. I think we'll have a Froggies light sticker. Yeah. Anyway, what were we doing? Oh, put a Froggies mask on Zelo. That could be their Hollywood outfit? Halloween outfit. Shit. Right, yes, we were doing Bear. Thank you, Muti. Thank you, Sondra. Thank you, Bear. Hello, Nikki. You want a what to Apple user? You decide to take a closer look at the large taxidermy bear. Dear Bear, you consider running to the fish aisle to look for a nice bit of salmon and wonder if it's the wrong time of year for the supermarket that definitely isn't Tesco to stop some picnic baskets. But then you remember Bear is technically dead. So, anyway, you also remember the bear is very well made. You'll need a knife to slice them open. So, yeah. Apple user saying no thank you to Nikki is like saying, keep it up for the rest of the live and then pursue me about it next week as well. You have to be more firm, Apple user. You have to be more firm. Did we find a knife? That's a good question, isn't it, Yvonne? Did we? Skip, we've been saying picnic baskets because that's how it's said in the song. Oh, God, everyone... Has it become part of the ritual for not only for Nikki to say it's her birthday, but for everyone to automatically wish her happy birthday now? Honestly. Miss Susie, you subscribed last week, but your stickers won't work. Oh, Miss Susie, try coming out and going back in again and doing it a few more times till you feel less frustrated. Am I still talking about the stickers? I don't know. Oh, Muta, we need a lightsaber. I see what you did there. We've had a little bit of Star Wars chat, haven't we? I'm still fucking confused, though. Anyway, yes, Yvonne, Yogi Bear did say picnic baskets. Like, did you like my human? I was going to do a much longer impression than that, and you laughed. Didn't you know I was going to do that? Didn't you know? I channeled my inner yogi. Sounded more like Boo Boo. No, Boo Boo was the one that talked quite normally. Yogi was more... I'm not doing it again. Right, we've got a knife. Let's open Bear. Shall I save myself the embarrassment? Human. We have a knife, Chloe. We do indeed. And we shall use it. You take the knife and slice Bear open. To your surprise... a raslet comes tumbling out. It glares up at you from the floor. To be fair, there's fuck all else it can do. You just consider picking it up for a hug when a slip of paper slides out of Bear too. You pick up the paper and realise the raslet is gone. You look up and down the aisle, but there's no trace of the mini floof ball, and you can't tell which direction it scurried off in. You turn your attention back to the slip of paper and open it up to read the letters R and E. Very strange. So there we go. That only leaves aubergines to look at. Thus far. And yes, Carl, I may be broken. Oh, Paula, some embarrassment. Miss Susie, you have to pinch your nose to do a boo-boo. I'm sorry, you what? There's a euphemism. Human, I can't keep up to date with all of these highly suggestive things that people keep saying. Anyway, I'm just going to move on. We've got aubergines to look at, and time waits for no one. I like the way you're all asking what the letters are, like I fucking know anymore. Yvonne, if you're on TikTok too long, you learn all sorts of things that you don't need to know, you didn't want to know, and yet you can never be entirely rid of. Yeah. Oh, Chloe's taking a guess. Really, Chloe? That's what you think? We'll see. Anyway, we're going to look at some aubergines. Completely platonically. You decide to take a look at the aubergines. You wouldn't say they're your favourite vegetable. They're a little too inconsistent for your liking. But you nevertheless begin to diligently search through them until suddenly a large snake slithers out from among the vegetables. It looks like a bit of a dick to you. Stunned, you stumble backwards, knocking over a large display of pistachios, sending them spilling across the floor. The snake pays no attention and simply slithers over them, getting closer and closer. You try to step back again, but now you're pressed against the wall, slipping on a last couple of pistachios and sending them shooting towards the snake. At which point, the rogue nuts suddenly and completely unpredictably, spontaneously combust, engulfing the snake in flames before dying away to leave nothing but a pile of black and slightly sparkly ashes. You notice something else amongst the ashes and find a small key. Oh, Mooter, not that sort of snake. We're classy. We're being classy. Never trust a rogue nut. Yeah. Anyway. Right, which I think means, doesn't it, that we can go and have a look at some magazines now, can't we? Let's go and have a look in the magazine aisle. Oh, human. Oh, no, it's okay. Oh, for a minute I thought that I noticed all the hallmarks of a classic human fuck-up, but we're fine. We're fine. We're absolutely fine. We're fine. Carl flaming nuts sounds like a medical condition. Yeah. Yvonne, we're classy, but are we really? There is not a magazine called Daddy Somdra, and it would be too high for me to reach if there was. With the small key in your hand, having carefully stopped anyone from eating it, you return to the magazine aisle and unlock the cabinet. Sure enough, all your favourite publications are inside. Luxury Shed Weekly, Space Desk Monthly, and Preserved. You're so delighted, you don't know which one to start with. So that's the next poll, please. Luxury Shed Weekly, Space Desk Monthly, or Preserved. Yvonne, if you have to tell people you are, then you probably aren't. Yes, that was with Ruth being a good girl, wasn't it? If you have to say it. So can we have the poll, please, Chloe? For Luxury Shed Weekly, Space X Monthly, or whatever it was. Preserved sounds ominous. Preserved was it human? Was it last week we did the old thingy? What's it? I know, Kyle, it's an absolute travesty that there's no sleigh, isn't it? Thank you, Chloe. Poll is ready to go. Absolute travesty that there's no sleigh. Preserved was the... Yes, thank you, Yvonne, the taxidermy magazine. Was it last week we were in a taxidermy museum? Or was that the week before? I can't remember. Apple user, there will be a Slay 4. It will not have an Apple user page. You failed to meet our conditions, didn't you? Sandra, you want to read a mag about Daddy Santa? By the way, if anyone's curious, the human father has developed while cruising, this is an update, has developed a penchant for sitting by the pool with pina coladas, which the human could not have predicted before they'd left. Drinking pina coladas. Anyway, who knew? You did not convince the mods Apple user. You lie to me. You lie. So I believe the answer was preserved. I don't know because I wasn't paying enough attention. He is No, human, we don't need those for that. He is cruising and it is with his sister. And Skip, mentioning that song only makes it worse. It is cruising with his actual sister. Yes. It's his actual sister. Stop it. And the human is now in a group chat with all of her cousins and her cousins' offspring. And they're just like all quite excited. And it scares the human because it's literally a diary of how wet it is and how much they're drinking. And we don't need a group chat for that. Hugh, I didn't laugh. My human laughed. If you hear laughter, it's the human. She cackles like a witch in the background. And if you're really that worried about my lips moving, you are going to be pissed after watching this for more than a couple of minutes, really. Hello, Kaluna! You needed sleep this morning. I know, isn't it a pain when that happens? When, well, anything gets in the way. Sondra, don't be foul. Don't be foul. Apple user, you're right. It's basically fishing. Yes. Basically. There's a lot of napping and drinking and very little else, all while floating. Yeah. Anyway, it really is a cruise. It really is a cruise. Avner, do we pay the human? No, we simply let her live. I mean, for now, you never know. You never know. Skip, I don't think human father is particularly drinking more. He's just drinking different. I mean, apparently he has drunk a lot of gin, but pina coladas. Gah. Anyway. Right, what were we doing? Oh, we were going to read Preserved. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. You decide to take a closer look at the copy of Preserved, the Modern Taxidermist's Journal. You flick through to a very interesting article on the various merits of different acids in different dilutions. Hush. I'll try it again. You flick it, right, just to be clear, human mother's birthday is next month. Human mother does not travel. Remember how we said she was almost exactly like B.A. Burgess. Remember that? So don't worry, there is no conflict. Can we, I'm sorry I mentioned anything human. They all go feral, don't they? More feral, I mean. Right, you flick through to a very interesting article on the various merits of different acids in different dilutions, depending on how pliant and flexible you like your pelt. You rip the article out the magazine to save it for later, in private. You do so love a supple pelt. You use the magazine to fan yourself a little until you cool down again, then return your attention back to the magazine. You flip it open to a page that's had the corner turned down. You don't even notice what the article is about. All your attention is focused on the fact that every single letter L on the whole page has been highlighted in orange. You wonder what it could possibly mean. So next choice is Luxury Shed Weekly or Space Desk Monthly. So, Kaluna, that was preserved. You remember the taxidermy magazine from the other day? Yeah. Avner, you think it's disconcerting that I don't blink? I do plenty of things that are far more disconcerting than that, so don't you worry about it. And I've never been caught. If human's father is Santa, is human and human brother. Human doesn't have a sister, by the way. Just the brother. That's enough. No, I don't think they're elves. Are you an elf? I mean, you're not terribly tall, are you, human? That's just, you know. I'm just saying, human. I mean, I know I'm not terribly tall either, but, you know, just saying. Just saying. Mutu, are you muted? No. But maybe you've been saying naughty things. Have you been saying naughty things and being filtered by TikTok? By the way, everybody, I have noticed that TikTok's filtering is in absolute fucking overdrive at the moment. Like, I know it goes through phases, but it is filtering lots and lots of stuff. So now the last choice is Luxury Shed Weekly or Space Death Monthly. Welcome. Is Chloe still there? Is anyone still there to do the latest poll, please? For Luxury Shed Weekly or Space Desk Monthly? Please. Please, thank you, please. That worked for Zula yesterday, didn't it? Thank you, Chloe, thank you. Oh, I'm getting glitchy, am I? It's funny because the traffic is very low. Very low. Yeah. Human, should we let you have another sip? I think you deserve another sip. You've only had one sip, and we've been going an hour. I'm going to let Human take a sip. There's no thrill, is there, when you're going to, you know, you're sure you're going to survive taking a sip? It's so dull. Or a gulp. Human. Human does so pull me about. Right, everyone, please vote in the poll for where we're going to look next. And we're almost there, guys. We're almost escaped, kind of. Space Desk Monthly it is, then. Yeah. Space Desk Monthly. I don't know why I did that. I don't want to excite anybody. You decide to take a close look at the copy of Space Desk Monthly. It has a full-page spread on the opening of the brand new Space Desk Museum, featuring interviews with all the celebrity Space Desk fans who attended the VIP event, as well as showcasing some of the exhibits. You do your best to swallow your jealousy. One day you promise yourself. One day you'll be a VIP at the Space Desk Museum, photographed on the red carpet, or snapped perching on the corner of the Space Desk 4000 limited edition with an integrated safe custom paperclip tray and granite effect veneer finish. One day. But alas, not today. As you flick through, you notice the page has had the corner turned over. You turn to the marked article, wondering what could be so important someone would permanently mark it in such a way, and you're disappointed to discover it's only an article comparing the pros and cons of the Space Desk 2000 and the Space Desk 2000i. The article raises a lot of valid points, but why would someone mark it like this? Human, that was a bit wordy. That was quite hard to read. Yeah. Bit wordy. Our producer, the Human, has got it penciled in that we'll have a Doom Room in the Space Desk Museum one day. But but we actually have a special escape room next week, because for the first time we are going to have an escape room that the human has not written. It is going to be an escape room that Mutu has written. So that's going to be next Sunday. I know, Paula, I know. I know it's going to be exciting. The human, it was odd for the human to be able to read it and be like, oh, is this what it's like? Is this what it's like to be on the receiving end? So, yes, we have that to look forward to next week. Bum, bum, bum. But yes, don't worry, Kaluna, we will definitely have an escape room at the Spaces Museum at one point. Yeah. So, very interesting, very exciting. So, has anybody got anything to say about how we haven't actually discovered anything from that page of the magazine? Anything we want to do? Or shall I go and have a look at Luxury Shed Weekly? Don't eat the magazine. Oh, Chloe says card. Chloe says card. By the way, it's wonderful that you're all so excited about Mutu, but I presume that they have had to go to sleep because they haven't responded to anything. So, you want to put the card on it, Chloe? Let's do that. You take the piece of black card you found and lay it across the marked page in Space Desk Monthly. The holes line up perfectly with the letters D and E. Carl, you actually used to eat the corners of magazines. Ugh, that's even worse. Finding a corner of a magazine covered in dribble. Ugh. Mutu, you are still here. Mutu, we've just unveiled that it'll be your escape room next weekend. And everyone's very excited. Chloe has to go. Farewell, Chloe. I hope you managed to come back for the ending. Maybe not. Farewell. You can watch it on YouTube. Yeah. So, only one place left to look, guys. I'm still not sure. No, I won't call you guys anymore. It's too trendy teacher, isn't it? You'll watch tomorrow. Excellent, Chloe. Okay, guys. Anachronist of the Doom Room is on Sunday. I will be making a reminder about it. And Mutu already knows, if that's what you're worried about, Anachronist. All sorted. Someone who eats plaster picked off the walls. Wow, nearly headless Nick. Suddenly, this is... everything makes sense. From the second you just stumbled into this live all that time ago, it's like, wow, clearly not the weirdest thing you've ever witnessed. Right. You decide to take a closer look at Luxury Shed Weekly. It's the latest edition featuring a special article on how to keep nosy and or jealous neighbours from constantly coveting your luxury shed. As you flick through the magazine, you notice that one page has the corner turned down. It's a reader's letter about what to do if an animal gets stuck under your luxury shed. You don't bother reading the advice in the reply. It's probably not great if you're an animal. But it strikes you odd that this page has been marked. If this is a common issue for luxury shed owners, you're not sure. Shall we just take it as a given that we're going to use the bit of black card again? Shall we? Yeah. You take the piece of black cardboard you found and place it over the page in Luxury Shed Weekly. The two small holes line up perfectly with the letters N and T. Thank you, Apple user. We did place the card over it. Thank you. So, I mean, we didn't find what we were looking for to try and escape, but we found quite a lot, right? So I wonder, shall we read what happens next? Well, I'm going to. Oh, Human, this is a bit wordy. Human, what was wrong with you? This is really... Anyway, let's move on, shall we? Excellent, okay. Okay, Skip, nearly headless Nick, I shall. You scratch your head as you realise you found a lot of random letters this week, but you're still no closer to finding a crowbar or a hammer. As you pace the aisle, you wonder if the letters are really random at all. Perhaps they spell something? Your thoughts are interrupted by the tiniest shuffling noise behind you. You turn to discover a single Blaslet staring up at you. You inch towards it before crouching down and extending a hand to stroke the floofy little fella, but before you can touch it, it turns and bolts. You had no idea they could move so fast. In fact, you had no idea they could move at all. How is it even doing that? You run after it, doing your best to keep up, and following its twists and turns up and down the aisles. Finally, it comes to a stop in the middle of the cereal aisle. You walk slowly towards it, before you watch helplessly as it darts between boxes of Weetabix. You dash to the spot you saw it last, as a box of cereal tumbles off the shelf. You notice something odd about the space behind the missing box. You can see the wall, and it looks like there's a door hidden there. You begin clearing the shelves. It was about time for some random destruction, but you notice the little Blaslet reappear again to assist in knocking some boxes out the way. Every little helps, you suppose. Finally, with the shelves clear, you pull the rack out of the way and stare at the door. There's a keypad next to the door, waiting for a code with a sign on the door that reads Razcorp Limited. Oh, greetings, Sock Monkey. You type the code in the keypad and push open the door. You find yourself in a laboratory. The kind a mad scientist would have in an old Hollywood movie. Flasks of liquid bubble and froth, rows of test tubes slowly change colour, and jars of goo twitch and pulse, as if alive. You do your best not to get distracted. You are still supposed to be escaping after all. That's when you spot the exit, a door slightly ajar leading outside. You hesitate. Surely it's not that simple. Although you'd hardly call the way you've spent the last hour running around a supermarket that definitely isn't Tesco's simple. The jars and flasks grab your attention again. Perhaps you have time to poke around a little bit first? So what do? Do you, for the sweet fiery love of Satan himself, just walk through the fucking door? Or do you take this opportunity to not just look around any old lab, but a Razcorp lab? Choose. The final option is leave or be nosy. And since we've lost Chloe, can I trouble someone else to set up the poll, please? Choice is leave or be nosy. Sock Monkey, this is Sock Monkey. I did have thank you Anachronista for the poll. I'm Barbie, Sock Monkey. I've had to lose my wig. But if you see the last video on our profile, you'll see everyone's costumes. Yeah. So, see, Ren, you want to be nosy. I'm with you there. Which one of on? Very, very sensible. Leave. That would be... Oh, Miss Susie, if you only just realised that's what it was. I did have more, but it was very irritating for all, not just me. Right, I'm going to let the human take a sip while everyone votes in the poll about what we're going to do. Yeah? Human, are we sat further away from your drink? Or are you just desperate for your drink today? Right, we're going to just leave. How wise of us. Oh, human. Right, you thought I was Dolly Parton. Oh, that would have made sense. Oh, Corey should have totally been Dolly Parton, shouldn't she? Oh, human, too late. It's Razcorp. Being nosy could give us superpowers. It could. It's unlikely. Unless you consider death a superpower. Most don't, but anyway. Right. Next time, Anachronist, I know. Next time. Do you need an excuse to dress up as Dolly Parton? I'm not sure. Moot, can you imagine me working 9 to 5? I work I work very hard, I'll have you know. You think Medusa suits Kure? I have to admit it does rather, doesn't it? Doesn't it, Yvonne? Yeah. Anyway, this is the ending for all of you who decide to leave. You decide to leave without further delay and you push open the door and stroll through. You find yourself in a place that can only be described as paradise. Hello, Mario, by the way. Hello. Soft, lush grass underfoot, clear blue and sunny skies, and nothing in the... I'll try again. And nothing in the immediate vicinity that could possibly cause you harm, let alone kill you. You look up at the sky, sheltering your eyes from the glare of the sun as a warm breeze ruffles your hair. You hear a faint shuffling noise behind you as you take a deep breath of fresh air. You turn around to see a Blaslet looking up at you again. You wonder if it's the same one as before. You know they all have different markings, but you can't really remember. Another shuffling noise to your right distracts you from your thoughts, and you turn to see a Razlet staring at you. You smile and glance back at the Blaslet, slightly unnerved, to find there are now 3 of them watching you. Shocked, you turn back to the Razlet, or rather the dozen of them that now gaze up at you. You begin to back away, watching in terror, as the Razlets and Blaslets become 2 growing mounds of floof, slowly spreading toward you like lava seeping from an erupting volcano. You turn and run across the meadow you had thought so peaceful, occasionally glancing over your shoulder to see the 2 piles have merged into one single floofy mass. As you continue to run, you notice the sky go dark, and you feel floof tickling the back of your neck, before being swallowed up by an orange, white and turquoise tidal wave of floof. As you're carried along by the increasing numbers, you realise you can't fight it, but begin to panic when you feel yourself slip beneath the surface. You're slowly swallowed by the floof, dragged down deeper and deeper, sandwiched amongst toxic fluff and glassy staring eyes. Arms pinned to your side by the pressure, you can no longer keep your airways clear, and you're slowly smothered by hundreds, maybe thousands, maybe millions of Blaslets and Razlets. They press against your body, bruising and crushing as you run out of air. And you're dead. So there we go. That's what happened if you decide to leave. Didn't work out so great. And yes, Apple User is very wordy. Humans got a bit wordy this week, hasn't she? Like I say, she was sleep deprived when she wrote this. Oh, the next one's equally as wordy. Yay, death, Ren. Yeah. Mutu, is this how they were intended to work? Maybe. Somdra, I'm not going to grace that with a response. So there we go. Death by Razlet and Blaslet, mostly asphyxiation, some amount of poison and floof, and a general crushing. So we sort of mixed quite a few gory deaths there, didn't we? Yeah. So, oh, hello, Basildon. Greetings. We've just finished the escape room. We don't know what everyone's having mouthfuls of, but you know. Oh, Miss Susie, you're having to fly back for a funeral. I'm very sorry to hear that. But if you miss it, you can always catch up on the following Monday on YouTube. Yeah. So, Basildon, we've just died, which is very much like being in Sheffield. And this is the second ending, everybody. So this is for everybody who decided they wanted to poke around in the lab and be nosy. Yeah. You decide to be nosy. You've been given a rare opportunity and you're going to make the most of it. You walk along rows. That's why you said it, Basildon. You walk along rows of test tubes, all different colours, some bubbling, some shaking, some with contents trying to escape. You wonder if you should be worried, but your attention is quickly drawn to a dimly lit corridor. Odd green light reflects and shimmers off the walls. You don't know why, but it feels familiar, if not downright comforting. You reach the end of the corridor and find yourself staring at a vast warehouse full of large tubes, all filled with glowing green goo that pulsates and swirls. You walk over to the nearest one. The goo seems to respond to your touch, bubbling and growing warm beneath your hand. You walk further into the warehouse, past rows and rows of the huge tubes, now aware that some of them contain something suspended in the goo. It varies from tube to tube. Sometimes it appears to have little more than a bean. Other times it looks like a small animal. As you press on through the warehouse, the creatures in the tubes grow bigger. They contain larger animals. You're not exactly sure what, but it looks like it might be monkeys. Monday? Oh dear, human. Monkeys. You pause alongside a tube that appears to be empty and press your hand against the glass. A swirl of green goo and movement reveals a pair of eyes staring at you from inside the tube. Your eyes. Your face. You. You stagger backwards in shock, bumping into the tube behind you, knocking it off balance and sending it crashing to the ground. The green goo washes over your feet as glass shatters and splinters across the floor. Before you have time to question what creature was in the tube, you feel a rough yet slippery hand across your mouth as a strong arm encircles your chest, restricting your movements. Unable to fight your strong attacker, you're hauled over to an empty tube and pushed inside. You bang on the glass as you're sealed in, shouting at the top of your voice as the tube slowly fills with goo. But you instantly go silent as your attacker turns to face you and smiles. It's you. They wipe the green goo from their crude medical gown and stumble away, telling you that they don't want to be part of the cycle anymore. This is the last time they're going to wake up in a strange place. As the green goo fills the tube, you hold your breath until you can't hold it any longer, finally forced to gulp in lungfuls of the odd substance. Yet you live. Sleep quickly overwhelms you. You wake to find yourself laying on a cold concrete surface. You get to your feet and look around. For a brief second you feel like you've done this before, but it passes. There's a locked door. You'll need a 4-digit code to open it. Are you dead? See what I did there? Do you see what I did? So you're kind of alive, but, what's the point? So in many ways, that ending is perhaps the most realistic we've ever done. I know, right, Ren? The law! Now we know what happens, right? We know what happens. Lungfuls of goo. It could have been worse, Basildon. It could have been worse. I mean, at least the goo is sort of, well, I mean, we don't know what it is really. And knowing the substance in my basement, that's probably not great. Yeah. So, I'm glad you all, well, I was going to say enjoyed it. I think endured it is probably a more accurate term. Did you enjoy it or did you endure it? Who knows? Does it matter? Are we all going to do it again sometime? Of course we are. So, everybody, I guess it's sort of time What happened, Apple user? You'll have to watch the replay on YouTube tomorrow. Nearly as much fun as dying, Paula? Nearly. Nearly. Miss Susie both enjoyed and endured. Anyway, you will be able to watch both this and yesterday's live on YouTube tomorrow morning. If you missed anything. The way I sang the Apple User song just now. You enjoyed that, did you, Paula? Yeah. Oh, shame you missed it, Apple User. Shame, shame, shame. Anyway, don't forget there's all my merch in links in profile and all that. And the last video in my profile is us in all of our Halloween finery. You'll get to see the human's costume on Tuesday. And we're in for a right roller coaster of a Halloween, guys. Yeah. So if you're a subscriber, tomorrow is our subscriber only live again at the usual time, hosted by Zula, as voted for by you. Don't fucking blame me. You had your choice. That's what you chose. Just saying. Peace and love, Basildon. Peace and love. Something like that. Sondra, you didn't want Zula. Well, Sondra will have to take that up with everybody else. Sondra, that is the perfect example of politics. That's how democracy works, Sondra. No one ever really gets what they want. It's all just a massive fucking compromise. Now, when I come along, when I'm in command, everyone will get what I want. Yeah. So, yeah, don't forget to check out all my merch. You thought this wasn't a democracy, Carl. It's very much a dictatorship. But I'm just giving my reasons as to why. We took a poll, and it turns out everyone's really unhappy about it. So, yeah. The Apple User song could be the national anthem. No. In fact, there will be strict penalties for those who sing it. Anyway, guys, yes, check out my merch. Subscribers tomorrow is the subscriber only live. If you're not a subscriber, you very easily can be. And also next Sunday we have Mooter's Escape Room. Yeah. Which the human is actually quite excited about. We'll see if she's still excited when I stumble over my words, because I'm not the one that wrote them. Anyway, all hail me. Everyone can go off and have a wonderful week. And I really do mean that, because I don't want to have to clear up your mess. You know, if you go on a rampage, I want no part of it. Oh dear, Basildon, can we have the human... What is it with the human father, for fuck's sake? Human's father is currently on a cruise. And now you're about to set everybody else off. Anachronist, do you want the Rasputin song? I suppose I could. I haven't done any songs, have we, human? Oh, hello, Max. Welcome. Sockmonkey, you have to work. I know, right? Max, make life take the lemons back. Usually we'd say stick it in your G&T. That seems to work. Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna do the Rasputin song, and then we're gonna leave it at that. Yeah. Max, you used to be so uplifting when you dropped in. Now it seems like you're on a you're in a bad place. No, Basildon, no. Oh, no, Basildon, no pineapple. He's on the cruise with his sister. Now, look, I will field no more questions. I will field no more questions on this topic. I'm done. I'm going to sing the Rasputin song, and then I'm going to send you all on your way. Right, human, come on. Don't fall apart now. We've almost made it. Right, here we go. Here we go. There's pineapple in pina colada, Miss Susie, but it's not. it's not the same thing. The pineapple thing is different. Bum 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 ba da 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 dum ba da dum bum bum ba da 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 dum. Of course, Basildon, nothing but the best for you. Mwah! Here we go, everybody. I want you to sing along. I'm just a simple worm feared throughout the galaxy, and look into my eyes and see your own mortality. Most people look at me with terror and with fear, but to space chickens I am such a lovely dear. Hosting my escape rooms on a Sunday, full of death by snakes and fire. Knew I'd be the kind of worm one day chickens would desire. All together now. Lover of the space chicken, there was a worm that really was gone. Bletton's greatest love machine, global invasion using our spawn. Boo! Oh, those space worms. Well done, everybody. Thank you for singing along with the rah-rahs and the claps and everything. Slay, Brick Educator. Thank you. Greetings. Right. Well, that was exhilarating, wasn't it? Eh? Wasn't that exhilarating? It was a thing, Basildon. Most of what I do is a thing. Anyway, everybody. We've done the escape room, we've died, we've sung. Oh, Brick Educator, there was more to my outfit. We unveiled our Halloween outfits, and clearly I'm Barbie. Clearly. But the fringe was too much for me to talk with. Most of what I do is space chicken. Damn right, Paula. I tell you what, most days if it's 90%, on my honeymoon it was 100, yeah. Trump, Barbie, I am not orange. How dare you, Brick Educator? You stroll in here. No, Apple User, we're not doing yours. Yvonne, I should mention my merch. Yes, new t-shirt designs only available for October. Go check them out. Basildon is not too much information. Those are the sort of details you fucking love. So, Hail Santa, indeed, Brick Educator. So, everybody, check out the links in my profile if you want merch. I've got all sorts. We've got bracelets and raslets. We've got t-shirts. I hope. Oh, and Slay Magazine as well. Yeah. Kyle, I'm not doing the Barbie Girl song. No. I have merch. Oh, Basildon, you know I have merch. Or you can join me on Patreon. Anyway, there are links to all of that in my profile, guys. You know this. You know this. Oh, yeah, and the Raslets and Blaslets have their Halloween costumes. Yeah. No, I'm not doing Barbie Girl. Sock Monkey, you want a Trump Barbie sticker? Okay. Sondra, you're saying, oh, you have a profile. Sondra, I was just about to say about your fanfic on AO3, but I'm not going to say that now. I'm not going to say that now. Mutu, you leave the blatant plug design alone. That's one of our favourites. No, Basildon, I'm not doing that. I know you were only joking, Sondra, and that is why I have still managed to mention that if anybody would like to read the Kipo fanfic, it is being updated, guys. Search Sondra or Zula on AO3. And there's also an awful lot of far more disturbing Zula fanfic. Yeah. Anyway, everybody, thank you so much for joining me. I know that you're all going to rush off to look at the new t-shirt designs. I won't hold you up. Paula, it is a fun fanfic and it escalates. Paula, it escalates. Kyle, we're not discussing the Zoom and bath. It's really quite revolting. Oh, you want a Zoom and bath on a t-shirt? Why Why would you want that? Oh, Yvonne, you have AOC. And every time I say AO3, you think I'm talking about that. Okay. Mutu, none of the disturbing fanfic was written by Zula. We all know who the most disturbed one on here is. Just saying. Oh, Basildon and Zula. Basildon, there is so much to catch up on. Zula claims to have been bathing with the human. The human claims not. I don't really care. I've got my nuggie. Sondra, you are 100% correct. Yes. Anyway, everybody, I really am going to sign off now. So thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful week. It's a cold world out there. If you must kill someone, please do be sure to hide the evidence and take care of witnesses appropriately. You're welcome. So I'm afraid it's time for the finger of doom. There's nothing more to it. Don't forget the sub only live tomorrow. And in the meantime, everybody, thank you and farewell.